Let's see in this beautiful site how this chatbot's working. I'm looking for AI experts to build a voice AI solution for my customer support. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Javier. I am the CEO of SmarterPath, an AI automation agency focused on building AI agents for customer support, sales, outreach, and things of that sort. If you were here last week, we covered how to create lead magnets for your cold email campaigns via n8n, automating the generation of Google Doc lead magnets via blog post. And today what we will build is an easier flow. There will be much fewer nodes in n8n because what we will be building right now is a chatbot that you can incorporate into your website. The cool thing about this is that you can incorporate it into any website that you like, yours, your clients, or anybody else's, as n8n provides a custom webhook URL that you can just integrate into the website, and it's a very easy build and very easy integration into any website. So let's get into it and start building. So the first thing that we need to add, as always, is the trigger. In this case, as it's going to be a chatbot, we're going to be adding a chat element, so not the trigger manually one, so the chat trigger right here. And for now, we're just going to keep it as is. Later on, we will see how to adapt the different inputs that it has, right? For now, let's just start building it very simply with an AI agent. So we're going to use just a normal setup, and here we're going to be defining below the output that we want. Let's fill that out in a second. So now let's also add here the model selector, right? So we're going to take Gemini for this case. We're going to go with 2.5 Flash, which is one of the fastest and smartest ones these days. And we're going to add also some memory just because it's our website. So we want to remember the last few messages from a client. We don't expect conversations here to be super long, but more than 5 definitely can happen. So let's just keep it at 20, and that should be enough, okay? And now we just need to add the webhook to respond. So respond to webhook here. First incoming item. Yep, so that's fine. No additional thing that we need to add here in settings either, so this is fine as it is. On errors, retry on fail. This is actually a good practice, generally speaking, to retry on fails. Retry 3 times, giving 1,000 milliseconds, so 1 second of break between them. And if none of them works, then it stops the workflow, and then we can trigger an error in an alarm system if we have one, or something of the sort, okay? All right, so here, now we need to define the agent, okay? So actually let's go here, and what we're gonna do is actually we're gonna open ChatGPT, and we're gonna tell it the website that we're gonna be building, that we are gonna be adding this chatbot into is this one. So it's a website, it's in Spanish, and it's about building AI agents actually, so transforming your business with AI. So we want a chatbot that actually applies to this one, right? So what we're going to be doing is giving that context to ChatGPT so that we can actually have a proper prompt, and ChatGPT is actually going to be generating the prompt for us. So we don't have to think too much about it, how to set it up properly, and we're just going to be building it, giving this agent or giving ChatGPT enough context of how we want to build the prompt basically, so that it actually works quite well. Not now. All right, so what we're going to do here is I need you to create a prompt for a chatbot I'm building. Define in separated sections the role, the task, the input, the expected output, etc. Use Markdown to format the whole thing. That I'm building in n8n. The website that this chatbot will be on is a personal website, the personal website of myself, so Javier Luengo. Let's see how I'm actually Javi Luengo in this case I wrote, so let's just do Javi Luengo, who is an AI expert who can build and automate any type of workflow using AI agents, basically. And let's see what it creates based on this. If we need, we can polish it after, but it should be pretty good just with this. It seems it forgot the markdown, but okay, let's just no emojis and instead markdown format, please. Because if we copy and paste this, it will not have markdown format, which is something that I want, just because it makes it easier for the AI to identify exactly what each section is, basically. So here, let's make this bigger. We don't have anything other than the emojis, which is actually not terrible, but ideally we want to have something a bit better structured through markdown. So let's see what it gives us now, and maybe we need to do some editing afterwards to make sure that lists and things of that nature are properly set up. So let's see what it gives now. Good, much better, you see. So we have the markdown properly set up, so this line we will delete. But after this, we have a much easier and much more well-defined and properly indented and everything format that the AI will actually be much better at using. Parts of it are not relevant for us, but it's fine. We'll just leave them as is. But you can book a consultation here or use the contact form. We don't have them, but at the moment we'll just keep it. If we wanted to, we would obviously implement that as well and just give it to the prompt additionally. But as you can see, this is perfect as it is. It's much easier for the chatbot to understand. Okay, so let's just go with this. And let's actually test it out. So, hello, let's say first, I'm looking to build an AI voice system for customer support for my company. So we see this is running. And Gemini is generally fast, but since this is a free model, oh right, I forgot to delete that first line. So let's actually go over this quickly. You are a knowledgeable and professional virtual assistant of the personal. Yeah, so that's why we had that wrong answer initially. And let's actually not talk about the chatbot, but you should. Oops. Okay. You should. Okay. So I think we can actually try this again. So let's see if we can just try it out here. And let's see what the AI gives us now. So let's actually give it a bit more prompting here. And let's actually do it directly through ChatGPT again. The prompt is currently giving responses that are not directed at the customer, but about prompting, i.e., and let's actually give it the example. was my input? This. So this is normal part of building anything in with AI and with n8n. You'll have to debug, and there will be things that will not work initially, and you may need to keep working on it and understand better what is actually happening. So let's see how it is now. So let's actually, for example, put this section here into the prompt, see if it works better just with this. Okay, let's actually just run it here and reload. Hello. Let's just copy the one from here. And also there's like different prompting that you should be doing depending on the model that you have here. So ChatGPT would be answering differently than Gemini or than Claude. So we will have to keep testing this until we get the right one for Gemini. And as you become more of an expert in each one of them, you'll get quicker and at this basically. So the answer here is, hello and welcome to Javi Longo's website. Javi is an AI expert specialized in building and automating workflows. How can I see today, or what brings you to Javi's site? Okay, good. So what we didn't do in this prompt is actually giving it the input of the user. So that's one thing that we need to do. So here, this is the last message of the user. Let's turn this into an expression so that we can actually take input. And let's bring this here. Okay, so let's try it again now. And now we paste it again and let's see what it answers. Okay, so now it looks much better, right? So we have here, right? Hello, you're looking to build an AI voice system for customer support for your company. That's a fantastic application of AI for efficiency. Javi Longo specializes in building and automating workflows using AI agents and tools like OpenAI and custom APIs, etc., etc. So this is much better. We could obviously spend a lot more time on this and polish it and improve it and make sure that it's not repeating here, for example, the user's request, that it doesn't kiss ass to the user basically, and that it specifies a bit better what I do, what I'm good at, etc. And that would be just a matter of polishing the prompt. But we have a functional thing right now, right? So now we can actually go into the website and add this into it. So now that's what we'll be doing. So now that we're here, what we actually need to do first is we're gonna activate this, because otherwise, as you can see here, there's nothing available here that we can add. We can obviously add properties to upload files and file MIME types allowed. But what we want is to make this chat public available potentially. But then first we need to get the URL, so we need to activate it. So got it, yes. Actively available, and now we have here the URL that we can copy, and actually we can open it here. Let's see. We need to save this actually. Save, and now we load it again, and here we are. So here we have like the full setting, like the full styling of n8n. And actually, as you can see, hi, my name is Nathan, how can I assist you today? It's because it is written here as part of the chatbot. Initial messages, hi there, my name is Nathan, how can I assist you today? So if we change this, hi, my name is Javi, how can I assist you today, for example, then that would be exactly what we would get here. So we save it, we reload this, and hi there, my name is Javi, how can I assist you today? And we actually have it as two separate messages. And I could be here, hi Javi, I want your help understanding better n8n. And let's see what it answers, but it should be, you see there's the green here, like all of the stylings here are the n8n specific ones, and now we'll look into that as well. So hi there, my name is Javi, how can I assist you today? Hi Javi, and now hi there, you're in the right place to understand n8n better. Javi specializes in using n8n as a powerful tool for building custom, flexible workflow automations. And then it keeps going, right? Obviously, as we commented before, we can polish the prompt to make it a bit shorter, to make it better, to make it different in any way that we think necessary. But this is quite good for what we need at the moment. So now what we will go into is actually this site here, which explains from n8n how to build a site, a website chatbot. And here they have a detailed setup guide, basically, to go into the code that we need to add into our Hostinger site, which is all here, right? So we'll copy this, and we will go here into our website builder, and actually we will go here into the three dots here, go into integrations, add it to custom code, and copy here all this code, right? And here we need to understand what we are doing slightly at least, just because we need to add here our company name. So this is javiluengo.com, for example. And then my company logo URL, I don't have one at the moment, so let's just keep it empty for now. And my n8n webhook URL here. So this we delete, and we need to add the one that we have here, which we can now close. And we can close this as well as this. And now we can go back to copying it here. Okay, so now we have that, and we can save this now. And we can update the website. And now when we go to the site, we have this chatbot here with the specific stylings that we just got. We don't have the website logo because we didn't add anything there, but we can send them a message. And here they're not doing anything right now, so they're not sending us a message right away. So we can say hi, and let's see what it answers. Hi there, welcome to Javi's site, etc, etc. We can actually work with a bit more custom code to make this a bit better in different ways. So let's actually do some adjustments here. So for this, we like what it is. And actually, Javi name. Actually, let's call this Javi Luengo's AI assistant. Hi, how can we help is fine. We respond right away. Response time text, we typically respond right away. Remove that. For the colors, we can keep them as they are because they're actually not bad on our website. And here, this script here, we're gonna change it to this other one. Just because we have some custom code here to make this chatbot a bit better, as well as let's see if this works, if we have access to get the logo actually of my company, Smarter Path, into the video. So let's save this now, update the website, and view the site again. Let's close the previous ones because we don't need them. And now here, oh, it's undefined here, okay. Hi, how can you help me? As you can see, there's a couple of differences. We have the website icon here, as well as that function where we actually see how it's writing while the bot is thinking after we send a message, and then it responds, right? So if I say very interesting, I'm looking into voice AI through n8n. And now again, it's writing, so it's as the bot thinks before it responds. We have created that in that snippet that we added at the end. So this thing at the very end here, that's what is adding that into the messaging. And here, let's see, initial message here is hi, how can we help? And actually, we probably need to change it here so that we don't have doubling or different messages. Actually, I don't know if I should keep that simply empty. Authentication none. So actually we should also add a couple of things here. Allowed origin course, yes. And add field response mode. And using respond webhook, which is what we added here at the very end. So this makes more sense now. And then the initial message, since this is not a hosted chat but an embedded chat, that gets removed. We need to add this again. And then response mode, webhook. There we go. So now let's save this and let's reload this and see if we get, sorry, something went wrong, please try again. So at least we didn't get the message that we had before, right? Let's see what happened here in executions. So we had this error, right? So let's see what it is. Shape memory, JSON session ID. No session ID found. Okay, I guess this is okay. So we need to add actually something else to the flow. So let's move this back a bit, and we need to check if this is the first message of the conversation or not. So let's add an if node here, where we just want to see if chat input exists, basically. So with a boolean, if it's true, let's say. With this, if no, let's actually do exists better. Boolean exists, and with this, if it doesn't exist, so because it's the first message of the conversation, then we have another webhook here that we add as an alternative to the other one, just for the first incoming item, basically. So what we do is we respond with a JSON, and what we want here is output and the message that we had. Hi, how can I help you? This is fine. So save this now, and let's actually test it again. There we go. So hi, how can we help? This is perfect. I'm looking at AI voice experts. Looking for AI voice experts. Okay, so we have another error now. So let's see what happened in the previous executions to see what happened. So here we see that this went well. It went right to the to this node because it was the first message. So we got the right response. And now here we had an error. So what happened here? Okay, so we had the wrong type of so debugging editor. We needed to actually not make this a boolean, but actually a string exists. There we go. Execute the step. Now this is fine. Okay, let's save this and actually test it again. This is part of the process that we always go through because we need to test quickly, and we just execute, test, debug, see what's wrong, fix it. Hi, I'm looking for voice AI experts. And now again we have the writing here, and now we will get the full response from the chatbot. As we saw, the errors were super quick in the past. As you see here, most of the errors here are happening in 6 milliseconds, 4 milliseconds, 4 milliseconds, and the actual executions take like 6 seconds whenever the AI happens. In this case, that the AI didn't happen, it's just automatically just testing and then responding. It's 4 milliseconds. It's such a tiny fraction of time, but whenever the AI actually has to think, we get much longer responses and much longer times. So we have a massive thing here, and actually with links, which are probably fake because we didn't give them anything. It just gives it back to the website. So interesting. So now the only thing that we could do is just polish more the prompt, make it better, make it shorter for whatever section that we want, make it more specific for different queries and anything of that sort. But for the rest, we have now a fully embedded chatbot inside of our website in less than 10 minutes, basically. So as you can see, this was not a very complex build. It was just 5 nodes in total. And we can actually make it much more complex and add more value through it by connecting it to a database or to our CRM to start collecting the information from the lead who's interested in our service or anything of the sort. And you can add this to your website or to any website, as we commented at the beginning. So this is a very, very useful build that you can actually create very quickly in n8n, as you just saw here. So if you watch until the end of the video, feel free to subscribe and like this video. Any comment or feedback that you have, feel free to add it in the comments. We will respond to everything. And again, until next week, I am Javier Luengo from Smarter Path.